star, the world #1, will walk onto the court with an 18-0 record over Hina HAYATA. All to do for the Japanese star, but it was exactly the same story a moment ago. And Miwa did the impossible. Could HAYATA do it? It's time for the Tata coin toss.
Blue for Japan, red for China. This is red. Receive. Japan to serve. That side.
HAYATA picking her side that she wants to play first from. Lean in, racket reveal time. As I welcome in next to me, Adam Bobro. Adam, I just want to take a moment to catch your thoughts on what we just saw with Miwa Haramoto's shocking victory over Wang Wanyu.
Yeah, that was truly incredible. When you think back to yesterday's completely headlining match, Liang Jinquin stealing the day. The difference was Miwa wasn't beaten 11-3 and 11-1. Every game was crazy, but the momentum was heavily with Wang Wanyu. After coming back from way down and dominating, Miwa showed just the most incredible focus. Think about what it takes to win an entire match, even in a best of 5 against someone as good as Wang Wanyu. But when we look at the head-to-head here, 0-18, this is like Dima and Ma Long. If it's ever gonna happen, well, I will say Hina HAYATA put up an incredibly good fight last time. And the focus that we saw from Miwa, we have to imagine the same is here for Hina HAYATA. This was her last night.
She came up against Sabina Vincent. She proved that it was just a breeze in the wind, and it was a fantastic comeback victory for HAYATA.
And I guess by last night, I mean yesterday morning, started off the day, but man, Team Germany's women, especially with Sabina, this was quite a win for Japan. I think Miwa Haramoto is gonna just exhale, breathe, and watch. You have to imagine that she's memorized all her lines for a match with Yingsha. That's the 4th. When you look at the head-to-heads here in the 3rd, first of all, just if you're newer to table tennis, check out Her Royal Highness Yingsha, the most dominant woman in the game for 3 years, world #1, untouched. That said, the head-to-heads, 18-0, Hina HAYATA averages less than 1 game per match across 18 matches. So it's fair to say she is by far the underdog here. And with Joshua Reynolds here, our head umpire, he'll probably know this, but Honoka Hashimoto is playing in the 3rd spot against Kwai-Man. She's 2-0. She's only dropped 1 game, but it's been some time, and Kwai-Man has developed quite a bit. That said, she's the only Chinese player before Wang Wanyu against Miwa to lose a match.
Fascinating storylines unfolding here in front of us in the latest chapter in this storied epic encounters between these two superpowers. But it is Sha time. It's up to HAYATA to try and halt history, to try and land some damage on the world #1.
First game, Japan to serve. Love all.
Smiles already on our faces, Adam.
Because we know what we're in for. In terms of the tactical battles, the speed and the quality of rally, these two are going to be looking for the best performances of their life. Sha, much like Wang Chuqin, will be dependent on, if she plays twice, to deliver 2 wins and nothing less.
Make the case then for HAYATA. Is this left-handed? We normally see the spinny backhand. This time, a little bit more power. If she is to somehow get this done, what's the kind of routes to victory?
When's the last time you applied for a job 18 times and got rejected every time? I'll follow up on that in a minute. All that to say, if something is not working and you've tried 18 times, you can guarantee yourself that Hina HAYATA's looking for something new. And it's not just her. There's a rich history of table tennis in Japan. Japan dominated before China did.
Blockbuster rallies already early in this one. Xia getting the feet moving.
Sunshiny shoes, Yingsha, the fastest, the most complete, and on the move. That backhand is an uncomfortable ball sinking into the crossover.
You see a big celebration already from the world number one. She knows what this means. She's got to try and level this up in the high overall.
2-3.
How much of this for HAYATA is about just being brave and taking risks as well?
That's a huge factor. She comes into this knowing that she has to do that she has to do the unthinkable and think about doing it time and time again. Just like this. The opening, the recovery, and then the third shot she plays in this rally. Check this out. Spin wide, way forward. Those are just the last two. And you saw the way she opened. Low percentage shots, a high percent of the time. Satsuki Odo beat Wang Manyu 3-0 playing this tactic. Satsuki Odo reinvigorated herself by reinventing her game, by taking these high-risk shots.
We are now tied after the first 6 points. Nothing to do there when the ball flicks the net and dies.
Little clip there, a little fortune for Baby Buddha, quick to acknowledge. Coach Nakazawa nods his head as if to say, okay, part of the game. It's behind us now.
It's another backhand that finds the wide forehand of Xia.
The timing on this, suffocating. It's sort of like Fang Zhendong said, never get up. Of course, he meant never give up, but the ball here didn't have a chance to come up because it was that early that she took it. She was quick to decide, and that's going to be a crucial factor here.
The power that Xia can bring to the table is just staggering, isn't it?
Power is one of them, the mental resilience. I think, again, Liang Jinquin, it's tough not to talk about his incredible comeback yesterday, but we've seen it from a handful of Chinese players over the years, this mental, just incredibly mentally strong game.
5-all.
But if you're in Team Japan's corner, you are going to be very happy with how the first 10 points have played out, because this is a 50-50 tussle. Locked at 5 points apiece. Worth saying that these two actually met at the Singapore Smash recently. And on that occasion, it was Xia who won 4-2, but at one point they were locked at 2 games apiece. What HAYATA would give to be in that position right now in a deciding game.
You saw Chun Yi there. He's been inside the world top 10. Think about how strong this squad is. She's here as a sparring partner. They had 3 competitions in China to determine who would qualify. Outside of Wang Manyu, because she was the National Games champion of China. Sun Yingsha, the world champion, so they automatically qualified. The other 3 spots were 3 internal competitions. Chen Xingtong beat Chun Yi in the finals in the first. Semifinals for Wang Yidi in the second beat Chun Yi. And then in the finals for the third, Wang Yidi.
7-6.
So that's tough to be as good as Chun Yi is and still not be here, but the future's bright for China, especially on the women's side.
Also worth saying, HAYATA qualifying for her side on world ranking as well. Top 2 coming through, her and Miwa. She's had a brilliant start to 2026.
She's leading now by 1. Whoa. People are shushing and someone's yelling China. In English.
7-6.
It's rare.
HAYATA with a slender 1-point advantage here. Look at the reaction from the world number 1. I love it.
You brought up teams, and I think it's very interesting because die-hard table tennis fans, you can find them all over this arena, the legends of the game. And this is a face that is a familiar face that we've seen from Hugo Calderano, Alexis Lebrun, Nina Mittelham. It's tough to be there, but they know they need to be there.
8-7.
We'll come back to team selection maybe when it's not as tight of a scoreline or later, but in short, the Japanese women's team with no Mima Ito, no Satsuki Odo, despite beating Wang Manyu 3-0 recently and having a stingy surprise factor. You've got Rin Mende, you've got Miyu Nagasaki, and Japan knows what they're doing.
And it's some of the softer, finer feeling play from the world number one that puts her 2 points away from this opening game.
It's tough to play a touch shot from the baseline and keep it short, much like receiving. Hina Hayata on the other side now with the serves.
Flick the back edge.
7-10.
That's one of those shots where you apologize, but in your head, you're celebrating.
I wonder, in terms of character, her, Wang Tuqin, Ma Long, I wonder.
11-7. Game.
Comes
to
down
China.
long. I wonder if it flicked the net for the apology from Hayata, but she was apologizing because the ball stung off the thigh.
That's what it was. It was the sting pong factor here. There was such a welt sound here. Shasha doesn't care. Go men, go men. Polite culture here, polite person. Hina Hayata, a tight fight, was up 7-6, but 5 in a row. Sun Yingsha doing what Her Royal Highness does.
So the party well underway here inside a packed over Arena Wembley. Players coming out now for game two. You mentioned it, Adam. Hayata was 7-6 up in that opener, and then things changed. Shasha took the next 5. What do you think it was that changed?
I'll tell you what it is. It's mental toughness, it's preparation. It's the reason that no matter how many times
China to serve. Love all.
a player has a lead or a good start against a Chinese world-class player, which almost sounds redundant, but they don't have a good finish. It's not their fault. When you said it's 50-50 at 5-5, I sort of wanted to say, yeah, if you look at the scoreboard, but if you look at the percentages, there's just different weight on the last points of the game.
Yeah, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish, and Team China over the years have just finished magnificently.
1-0.
Had to race in to catch this one early. Hina Hayata making some quick moves. Again, it's going to be high risk from her throughout, but she's going to have to be incredibly calculated at taking these uncomfortable shots. Jeez, the timing. This might sound like a lot to say as we look at Petra Sterling here, ITTF president, and we've got the IOC head here, Wahid from Nigeria, who's done magic for table tennis, Virginia Sung, CEO of USATT, AGM from all around the world. It's amazing. Everybody's here for this party.
Yeah, best seats in the house.
2-0.
Now, this might sound grim. This is sort of a must-win for Team China. With the head-to-head of Honoka in the third spot, Japan already leading 1-0. We saw what happened with France. There are no guarantees. On the men's side even, China is still the strongest team, and this might be the most questionable they've been in decades. But on the women's side, they're as stable as can be, yet they're trailing 0-1. And Hina HAYATA is bringing some incredible determination and pressure.
We see another example of this baseball bat home run style forehand that the world #1 has. What is it about this Xia forehand that's just, it seems to have an extra 10% of power on the rest of the world?
The rest of the Chinese team shares a locker room with Yingsha and sees her in less clothing than she's wearing now. And they always say her muscles are crazy. It's not luck. She wasn't born into this. 50% success rate on serve, Hina. 75%, 150% of her opponent is Xia. The recovery, to have such a short stroke, to be this efficient in a game where speed matters so much. And in the women's game, even more than the men's game, it's a speed game because they stay close. They play the efficient strokes. That's why it's more backhand, let's say, dominant. You see many more backhands in the women's game than in the men's. That right there is focus.
Five-3.
HAYATA changed up the serve location, served from wide forehand, and it presented her an opportunity, and you don't get many of them. And even that as an opportunity, the ball didn't pop up that high, did it?
Nope, fine margins here. You like fun facts?
Oh, I love them.
Okay, Yingsha, immediately after the team tie yesterday, came out and had a practice session. Just thought you'd like to know.
Oh, yeah. World #1 for a reason.
Five-4.
A lot of ways to surprise an opponent, and the long push is sort of like the Bruno of the family, the black sheep. Just, you don't talk about it much, but a long push, if it's well-timed, and by that I mean when it's least expected, can be incredibly effective, as we saw.
And it's Xia who keeps that 2-point advantage here. 6-4, and it's another brilliant forehand. Is there a case for HAYATA maybe trying to spin up anywhere but that forehand?
She can be very specific. I think one reason we believe in Hina HAYATA, and so does Team Japan, 2023 against Wang Yidi at the World Champs. They have a lot of reasons to believe in her, but as a spectator, as we see Hara-san there right next to Mika Baba, the Japanese royalty, Hara-san has been at every World Championship since 1977. The man with the glasses who looks like a warden, he's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Shake his hand, he'll give you a pin, an omiyage, a souvenir. And also just to shout out the woman next to him, Mika Baba, 7-time national champion, has been the head coach for the women of Japan over the years and has just continued to move up the ranks. But you look up her history, it's crazy. And then we've got Ma Long and Liu Shiwen in the house. 5-time World Cup winner and Liu Shiwen, the most of anyone and the most celebrated man in table tennis history. The GOAT by pretty much all standards. Ma Long is here and humble as ever. He's here to learn. Back to your question about the slow spin, though. It's very, very dangerous to tickle a monster in a heavyweight boxing match. That's essentially what she'd be doing. But if it's surprising, that's going to be a huge factor. And then the follow-up, change of rhythm, funk.
5-9.
I guess that's a real testament to how good Yingsha is that you as an opponent can make the right decisions, can hit a brilliant shot. And at the end of the day, it might not matter because this woman is so good.
Yeah, and the right decisions are all relative, depending on who's standing on the other side of the table.
But Xia within 2 now of getting a 2-game advantage.
5-10.
Make that 1. A reminder, she is up 18 wins to 0. HAYATA has never landed as much as a dent in the armor of the world number 1. And Shasha's looking to make it 19-0. Been a few serves that seem to have caught Shasha by surprise, though.
There are 2 players in the women's game and just in the world of table tennis that stand out for their serve variation. Mima Ito and Hina HAYATA. Same generation, incredibly unpredictable. It's not easy to get Shasha behind the table while you stay close, but you knew this wasn't going to be easy. Identifying as somebody who embraces challenges, as we see Reen Mende, the less famous of the 2 women on screen there, who earned her chance to be here. Talk about big opportunities. Well, 3 more of them for Shasha.
11,
and she gets it done.
To China.
To this packed crowd in the Oval Arena, applauding the leader, applauding the best female player on the planet, who now has a 2-0 lead over Hina HAYATA in what is a must-win, surely, for Team China. World number 1 responding to the pressure and doing what she does. Waiting in the wings, Honoka Hashimoto, the defensive dynamo, who also has some ridiculously powerful attacks when she needs them, will be on court up against the youngster Kwaiman. So creative, so attacking, but interestingly, a matchup that favors Team Japan in that one, Adam.
8-1 in games, 4-1, 4-0. It's been a while, though. Kwaiman is much younger than Honoka Hashimoto, so you could expect more change in her game mentally, physically, but back against the ropes now, Hina HAYATA.
1 love.
I thought it was interesting we saw Xu Xin next to the table for the women here. As a left-hander who destroyed choppers, it's not surprising.
He's looking so slick around the hall here. Great to see him back in world table tennis. He's got a swagger about him as well that I love. The showman.
1 all.
You know, we haven't brought up the term rivalry yet. And I think we're in a safe space to explain that there is an incredible rivalry between Japan and China.
1-2.
To the point that if you've been following table tennis on the internet, you've heard some of the things that were said in stadiums to Tomokazu Harimoto. Now that's just one person. It's not an entire nation. It's one person not behaving, questionable judgment. But there's a strong rivalry. There's a rich history. Just look at the national anthem, the words of Chinese national anthem.
3-1.
It's about Japan, partially, and overcoming. And it's sort of embodies the spirit that we've seen from Wang Manyu despite not finishing in the 5th. Liang Jingqun, China in 2022 in Chengdu.
And if one massive final wasn't enough for you.
3-2.
We see a staggering forehand from the world number 1.
A Statue of Liberty pose finish from Hina HAYATA, who would give a lot to get this one down on the table, but it's going to take even more. Inside-out forehand, stepping around from 2 steps behind the table. Still a 1-point lead for Hina.
this is the level that the world number one forces you to try and play at. The risks. To try and smother her before she absolutely uncorks a rocket at you.
Now, if they hadn't played 18 times before, a timeout now, you would imagine Hina HAYATA would try to slow the game down and spin just to mix it up. And occasionally she might. But it seems that she's forcing herself not to. Rei Nakazawa down with Hina HAYATA.
フリックするべき、もうどんどん自信持ってやるわ。このゲームはもう練習すればいいね。次の勝つために。全然問題ない。もっと自信持ってやればいろんなことね。
ちょっと我慢しなきゃいけない。
チャンスボールは、さっき言ったように自分もうちょっとつなげて最後決めてでもいいし、そこらでも全3球5球までのプレーはもう許せない。そこ緩めっていうのは許せない。自分ミスしてでもいいくらい気持ちでやらないね。さっき設定した戦術も徹底すればいい。レシーブも思いっきりゆっくり見てから待ってからそれを聞いてるからどんどんやってそこは。横から寄ってくるでも思いっきりフリックと流し、ね、ミドルにね。
So a moment for HAYATA with Coach Nakazawa in the corner. Is there any case that can be made for HAYATA right now, given the history, given the player she's up against, Adam?
Of course. It might be slim, narrow, tough to find. We've seen it. Not yet. But this is how we have to speak to ourselves sometimes. It hasn't happened yet.
4-3.
So complete is the world number one. So difficult to come up with a tactical approach because she's just so strong in every facet of the game.
I feel like there's a commitment you make with yourself when you really want to be excellent at something. That you're going to be so disciplined to completely eliminate distraction. I'll talk to Xia when she retires, or maybe at an interview. But other than that, she is so focused.
3-6.
And again, it's the subtle skills, the soft hands of the world number one.
This is what it takes to just eliminate everything else that's not in line with your goals. Smart placement this. You could see that little shuffle step. Change of pattern, the parallel here down the line. Okay, one spin right into the elbow. Xia hadn't even come down from the hop. Nice thinking there. Execution as well.
But it's still Xia with a 2-point advantage.
And 2 game for that matter, and what is a must-win for Hina HAYATA.
It's another beautiful forehand up the line, though.
One thing I think we forget about with Hina HAYATA, a 3-time consecutive national champion of, well, the 2nd strongest women's team in the world for quite some time. She's a very clever player. After all, that win against Wang Yidi, what, 1917 in the deciding 7th? 21-19, I forget, I have to look back, but that was so mentally draining because she was forced to play a role that she doesn't, it was against type. She's a fast, aggressive player, and she was forced to play as slow as possible with as much spin as possible. And in the end, it worked.
Good Yingsha is creeping towards the finish line here. As we see Team China applauding their leader, the world number one.
We have to remember, Chen Xingtong, world number 3. When's the last time you saw her on the table? Quite a statement when your roster allows you to sit a bench warmer as world number 3.
just 2 points away. That forehand is such a thing of beauty. It's such a difference maker. Full commitment, full send from the world number one. And 2 serves to come now to try and close this one out.
10-5.
Match point for the world number one. Is it the edge or did it go down?
They're going to TTR quickly. There was a disagreement, and this is like, if you have an argument, the whole yes it is, no it isn't can only last so long before someone says, let's Google it. And that's what we're doing now. TTR has entered the chat.
So Josh Reynolds has called for TTR. Did it? Oh,
down for sure.
For sure.
That said, I think the technology now is the best it's ever been for TTR, but we've seen similar calls against Truls at the Europe Smash last year, where it just left you scratching your head and going, wait, humans make machines, not the other way around.
Well, in case you wanted a little more drama, we're going to bring it to you in the form of a TTR review.
If the call, let's see here. I mean, no question.
Yeah.
That's got to be
the crowd are applauding, but it's hit the side of the table. The ball has gone down instead of outwards. So this match will continue. But it's Hayata who needs to be perfect for the next 4 if she's to extend this.
6-10.
And just to be clear, the ball can still go down and be good. It just must act differently than if it hit a wall.
Let. 6-10.
And we go on.
Timeout.
And it is a timeout called in the corner of Team China.
Just in case Sun Yingsha wasn't intimidating enough, let's just throw in the mix some of the best brains in the history of table tennis, some legends, to power her up even more while she still has 3 match points.
被我抽的中间一点。
也可以，没问题嘛。他就是开拉的，开拉的话，这时候得该住住，该做前进的，挺好的。然后自己饭盒里嘛，可以随便发。
说我之前还发反着转。
可以，
发上。
可以。发以后还配小半步，好吧？然后该下手就下手，没关系，现在都领先了，没关系啊。挺好，先把主要都想好，啊。想好这个好。
Time.
好，行了行了啊，别动。
So the show must go on here in London, in the big smoke. And it's on Hayata to silence this crowd and try and extend this game. World number one has 3 chances to finish it. She only needs the one. That forehand that has just ripped a hole through the rest of the world.
Oh, caught the edge.
No.
She's just sewn up that hole. Ripped, sewn back from the TTR. This is some quick fair play, but it was almost deja vu from a moment earlier.
Wow. But we're not going to TTR, right? Both players have acknowledged it.
Yep. It would have been Shasha's.
Oh, my word. Fair play to both. Fair play to the world number one. My goodness, we go on here.
Could barely even see it in the replay.
It's a stunner to finish it. The final nail in the coffin. And Yingsha shows the world why she sits atop of the mountain of the world rankings. She goes 19-0 over HAYATA. A spirited performance from the Japanese star, but not enough to close the gap on the world number one. Adam, seriously impressive when Team China needed their star most.
Yeah, and one of the most impressive things is the character. Remember, doing the right thing when it would, say, benefit you to do otherwise, that's not Shasha. She thought a ball might have caught the edge of the table, called for TTR just to double check, and acknowledged an edge ball that we could really not even say for sure we saw in the replay. But that's what she's got. She's got character, she's got class, and she's got the most complete game in the women's game right now. She's also leveled the playing field, the respect from Hina HAYATA. It's now 1-1 with China and Japan, the biggest rivalry in the world.
So yes, Miwa Haramoto stepped out on court against the world number two. She went 2-0 up, got